Hey guys, it's your girl Juliet. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to 2021, and this is my first video of the year, so let's just get right into it. Anywhere you go, you belong. So it's the beginning of the year, and I've had to say goodbye to a lot of my plants. Sadly, but you know, some of them died, some of them were on their way out. They were struggling, and you know what, I just had to take them out of their misery and mine as well too. I'm just gonna be honest, because some of them were just getting on my last nerves. The first plant I'm gonna talk about that I had to say goodbye to and hurts me so deeply is Graziella, my spider plant. If y'all been watching my videos, y'all know that I have a relationship with Graziella. She was so graceful, she was just beautiful. I just loved the way she looked. But I had to say goodbye to her. So Graziella, you know, she just switched on me. So one day I was like, hey Graziella, you looking good, girl. And she was like, I know girl, good looking out. And then the next day I was like, hey Graziella, how you doing, girl? Don't hate me, wench. You forgot to water me like 2 days ago. Oh, word? Let me fix that. Wench, you're too late. So that's kind of how the conversation went. Because you know what, I watered her and thought that she would bounce back. You know what was happening is that her leaves were drooping. She looked like she was sad. Really, that's what she looked like. She looked like she was sad. Then I decided to move her from the corner that I had her in under the grow lights, and I moved her over my my TV, hanging over my TV by the window, to see if that would make a difference. And that's actually when I shot my last video, or I recorded my last video with my favorite houseplants. As you remember, or if you can remember, she didn't look too well, but she didn't bounce back from there either. So I moved her back into the corner under the grow light, and still nothing. She was still the same, wilting one leaf at a time, and eventually there was practically nothing left, maybe 10 leaves or so. So what I decided to do was just take her out of the pot and inspect her roots to see if there was any root rot. I didn't find much rotten roots, but I mean, as a whole, you can tell that she was just not healthy. So I put her in water and sat her by the window for maybe another week or so, and still the leaves kept dying. So at that point, I decided, you know what, that's it. I just had to throw her out and say goodbye. I actually have a second chance at you know, taking care and growing a spider plant. I actually received one from a co-worker. Thanks, Miss Corey. But I received one for my birthday, and it's a baby. It's a pup that she cut off of her mother plant, and I'm actually growing her, and so far so good. She's healthy, she's strong. I'll insert a little clip of her here, but I'm calling this one baby Spidey. But so hopefully I do well with that. Now, would I buy another spider plant? Yes, definitely. I just love the way they look, and you know how beautiful his foliage is. So I'm definitely gonna get another one once we open up again and we come out of this lockdown. I'll be looking for another spider plant, and hoping to give it a second chance or a third chance in that case, at growing a beautiful spider plant that will eventually give me pups, because that's actually what I'm looking forward to. I want to see my mother plant get babies so that I could, you know, share them and just create more spider plants and have them around my home. So the next plant I had to say goodbye to is my Staghorn Fern Wally. If y'all remember Wally in my plant haul, when I first got him, I truly enjoyed and loved the look of the Staghorn Fern. Yeah, so when I told y'all that I heard that it was hard taking care of a Staghorn Fern, and I said that it was a myth, well, clearly I didn't know. Clearly I had no idea, because it turned out to be a little hard actually. I struggled a lot with Wally. I think that where I fell short really was in the moisture, watering and moisture in the environment or in the air. I didn't have enough of it. I don't think I had enough of it. Over time, Wally dried out, its leaves dried out, and some fell off because they were dry. I was really scared to water him. Although I heard and I know that ferns require more water, I was just really scared to water him because I was afraid it was gonna get root rot. And I actually felt like the soil that they, or the pot that they put him in, was just too much. The pot had too much soil in it. That's how I felt. Anyway, and I just never got around to fixing it. I know I spoke about maybe hanging him eventually, but I never got around to it. And yeah, when I gave up on it, Wally just looked terrible. Barely any leaves, and it just didn't look good. So I had to say goodbye to Wally. So rest in peace, Wally. Sorry, buddy. Now, would I get another one? Yes, I would actually purchase another one. I would give it a try, and if I do, or when I do, I believe I will be mounting it either on a plaque in some sphagnum moss, or hanging it in some kind of basket with some sphagnum moss, and taking care of it that way. And I'll just make sure that I have my moisture and my humidity up, just so that I can have a better looking Staghorn Fern, because when those things grow and are happy, they look so amazing. Like, I see pictures online of huge massive ones that are just flourishing, and they're just beautiful. So I'll definitely give that one a shot again. So the next plant that I had to say goodbye to is my Yucca cane plant. And if y'all been watching my videos, you know the story behind that one, or the beginning of the story for my Yucca cane. The tallest stem, or the tallest trunk of my Yucca cane was rotting, or it rotted out, and I had to save the stem that was growing from the top of it. I cut it off and I put it in water, and basically everything was going fine. After I put it in water, it started growing roots, and pretty quickly, actually it grew roots really quickly. And shortly after, I decided to put it back into the pot that it originally came in. So one mistake I did with that, with my Yucca cane, the salvage stem that I grew, that I put in water, is that I replanted it back into the pot with the main plant. I should have kept it in a separate pot and grown it that way, and transitioned it from the water medium to the soil medium separately. After that, that salvage stem that I cut off died. All the leaves dropped off and it died, eventually died. So I removed that salvage stem that died out of the pot, and then there was two stems, or two trunks left. So the second trunk, which was the smallest trunk of the two, that one was actually doing well until I came home one day and found that one of the kids had broken the stem off. and so all the leaves were gone, and I had to remove that trunk out of the pot as well to see if I could save and at least manage with the one trunk that was left. So I removed the trunk, that second trunk, and it was kind of hard because it was root bound. So I'm pretty sure I damaged the roots of the leftover trunk, but I don't know what else I could have done. So I put it in a smaller pot, and it was just the one trunk left over, and then slowly and surely it died. The leaves fell off, and that was it for that. So I had to say goodbye to that one as well. So with the yucca cane plant, I think the issue might have started before I even purchased, or before I even brought the plant home. As I said, it looked pretty beat up when I first picked it up, so it might have had the root issues starting from then. But would I buy and purchase another yucca cane plant? Yes, definitely. I think they're beautiful, and I understand at least that they are drought resistant. And prior to me realizing that there was an issue, I barely watered it. Once, maybe a month, I would water it, and it was okay until I don't know what happened. But yes, I would definitely get another yucca cane plant. All right, so the next plant that I had to say goodbye to is my pincushion peperomia. This plant was the cutest plant ever. It was growing actually for a long time, and I was watering it regularly, not over watering it. I know that for sure, because I would let it dry completely before I watered it, and it was growing. I ended up losing one stem early on, after I purchased it, but the other two stems were doing great. One of them got pretty tall. I noticed that the leaves started to drop one by one, and they started to actually dry out before they dropped. And so I kept an eye on it, and then one day, I don't know, it was just hunched over, and it had just totally wilted, and I just didn't know what happened with it, but it was dead. And I just decided, you know what, it's a tiny plant anyways, let's just get rid of it, because I didn't want to lose any sleep over it at all. It was tiny, and it was cute, and I was over it. So I said peace out, and that was it. So would I get another one of those? Actually, no, I'm not gonna get another pincushion peperomia. I don't know, it's not a plant that I'll be recommending really to anyone. It's cute, as I said, but it's not a long-term looking kind of plant. So it was nice while it lasted, but I'm good. The last plant that died on me recently is my Sansevieria Hanai. One of the twins that I had, one of the Sansevieria twins that I had. It's such a cute snake plant. Love it. It's just nice and compact. This one is weird. So one day I went to go water it, and I just noticed that one of the leaves were brown, so I pulled on it, tugged on it a little bit to see if I could just remove it, and the whole plant just moved and shifted. I was like, what the? Yeah, so as you can see in the video, here I am, just trying to figure out what's happening, and the whole top comes off. Have no idea what happened to it. I'm not too sure. I don't think I was over watering it. I mean, it's a snake plant. Aren't these supposed to be like unkillable? What happened? I don't even know. I don't know what's going on. But the whole top came off. So as you can see, when I flipped it over, it's just soft. It looks like it rotted from the roots up. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm just very puzzled with this one. But as you can see, this one had to go. I had to throw it out because it's definitely something I couldn't have saved. Now I know you can propagate snake plants by cutting them at the leaves, but I don't know, I wasn't in the mood to actually get into the whole propagation process at that point in time, so I decided to just let it go. But it is what it is, and you know, plants come and go, and there'll be more. I'll definitely be buying more Sansevieria Hanai because as I said, they're cute and they're snake plants, and I'll probably have better luck next time. Now my other Sansevieria Hanai I have in a clay pot, and that one seems to be doing well thus far. Dries out sooner rather than later, and I water it sparingly, but hopefully it doesn't suffer the same fate. We'll see how it goes with that one. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed my video, and if you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Please do so. That would help me out a lot. And drop me a comment, let me know, do you guys usually try to save your plants, you know, or do you just, you know, let them go? Another thing I want to know, do you guys just throw them out in the garbage, or do you put them in the compost? I don't know, there's a little bit of an ethical issue going on here. But I hope you guys have a good day, okay? Take care and stay safe.